Morning guys, here we go again. This is what I was greeted with first thing this morning. I know it's not the nicest of thing for people to see guys, but as you can see there, we have a number of scales that are on the top step, a big patch of blood and more scales in and around the top of the step into my back garden. And what's happened is my large fancy goldfish from in the mini pond has been, well, caught, killed and eaten by something. And I don't know whether this is a cat or whether this is fox or whether it's the heron again, but the main thing up to press is that everything in the main pond is perfectly fine and nothing has been touched. I know that doesn't make it any better guys, because at the end of the day that was my grandson's Sarasa comet that we've been growing for 2 years and had got to a really nice size. Everybody in here is doing absolutely fine though, absolutely perfect, no problems in there. They don't look as if it's spooked, so I don't think it's the heron, because I believe if it had been the heron would have been back and these fish would have been acting extremely scared and spooked and whizzing off as they've always been doing when it's been round in the past, and they're not being skittish. So I have a sneaky suspicion that the video the other week that I did, when you saw the cat on the fence over there, I have caught him at the side of this pond a few times. I don't know for definite, but this is looking more like predator attack, whether it be a cat or a fox or something along those descriptions. The fish was in there yesterday perfectly fine yesterday morning when I fed him, and as you can see there, there's the food that's not been eaten from yesterday because it's not obviously eating it. We've also got what looks to be 2 dead koi in the bottom, which might indicate more towards a heron attack as well, in case it's been stabbing at them. I'm yet to find out when I take it out, but first things first, I've got to clean up this mess and get rid of this blood, because I can't leave that on the top step. There we go guys, that's that all cleared up. It's actually stained the flags and all, so now I'm going to have to jet wash them off to get rid of that. Next thing now is to go through the mini pond, see what others are in there and whatever's happened to them ones, because there's definitely one that's dead in there. Looks like it's got a mark on its side, so maybe it could have been a heron or the cat again, don't know. But then I'm going to have to cut a new piece of netting to go around this, because it's managed to be able to get in somehow around that little bit. But yeah, water level's gone down a fair old way. I'm just hoping it's not pierced or punctured the pond. It never rains, it always feckin' pours. Alright guys, to prevent anything else, and I'm going to show you, I don't even really know how, whether it be a cat, whether it be a heron or what, but I have absolutely tons of this netting left, and the only reason why I'd left that netting like that and how it's been was because every time I used to have the netting flowing back over the top of the directly underneath a little fountainy waterfall type thing on the mini pond, it always used to clog up with a lot of mess on it. So what I did was make it so that it went like this around the plants, so that the plants could get a bit of growth area, and that, as it is here, as you can see there, the overflow could flow, or the waterfall could flow back in, and used to get birds just landing here, and then they just sit there and have a little drink, and then off they went. So I left it like that so that they could get somewhere to have a little bit of a drink. And 3/4 of it, well, more than 3/4, we've only that tiny little section there that's ever been open. But this does look like it's been stretched a bit, because that was around that corner. So now I'm thinking maybe it's got in by standing here on the plants and got in here and just waited for it to come into this corner and got it. So this was closed off as like that corner is there. So it looks like it's been torn a bit. But this is old netting, so I'm going to have to remove this netting, and it has got another one as well. Another one there, it's all covered in blood where it's been punched out by its back end. But it hasn't got it and eaten it, it's just got it and killed it. Everything else in there is okay. So while I'm doing this, I'll give the windows a clean. I've just removed a couple of bulrushes, or reeds, whatever they call them, bull reeds. I don't know, whatever the name is of them. And I'm going to see if I can stick these in one of these pots and just grow some on, and then hopefully I might be able to move some of them into the big pond, or save these in case they die off with another secondary batch. But they're actually growing now outside of the basket and making new lumps of it. So I'm just going to take a sample of them off there and bang them in this pot and plant them up. Then we're going to get this netting changed. So yeah, predator attacks again. That's another 2 losses. No, I mean, I know it's not anywhere near as bad as what it was last time, but it's the knowing that a predator's coming back round the ponds again. I hadn't heard or seen, or other than the cat, which was caught in my video a couple of weeks ago in the neighbour's garden. That's the only thing, the 2 cats I've only seen in here. Never really seen them doing anything other than looking at the fish. Never really seen them pouring a little bit of the netting, but as soon as I came out, as soon as the dog seen them, chased them off. But again, that's my grandson's Sarasa Comet being eaten. I have 4 now. I had 5. I had 5 fish which I saved from the Grow and Show with a Difference. One, just to put a little bit of something in there to keep the pond cycled with and along, you know, a little bit of company for the Sarasa Comet. Not the perfect best of fish. That Kikasui is now dead, and it looks like it's had hold of it from the back end. All its scales completely missing, part of its tail ripped off, all full of blood, and obviously giving it a bit of a chomp in the beak and lost it, dropped it, and it's dead on bottom. So now I'm going to put a new netting over and reshape that all to the round the shape of the mini pond. The worst thing being is it's difficult to be able to put it on and attach it on without making it a permanent fixture, and whenever you want to get in to clean the filter out, you need to be able to access it, and that's the pain in the backside. But we're going to see what we can do. We'll get something sorted out and get that redone. At least we protect the axolotls and protect the remaining 4 little koi or 5 little koi that's in there. I can't remember if I put 5 or 6 in. I think it was 5 and now there's 4. So it'll protect the remaining 4. They're not doing a great deal. They're not feeding. Water's absolutely freezing. And in the main pond we're at 9.1 now. These guys aren't feeding. I'm not feeding them. They're not coming up, not showing any form of interest, and we're set to get a lot colder. Now we're talking and speaking with Rick on the Thursday Night Live. Basically now I'm taking the warmth out from the bottom of the pond and putting it back in and returning it back over the top and cooling it and chilling it more. Maybe an idea now to bring up the air stones so they're higher up in the surface rather than at the bottom. Or perhaps going to the point of shutting off items that I no longer need, i.e. shut down the ultraviolets. They're not going to be doing a great deal. Hardly any sunlight across my pond now with the low sun and less daylight hours. So UVs could get switched off. We could switch the air off, keep the aeration going through the filtration system, and then the return back for the main pond. But everybody else in there, everybody in the main pond, looks absolutely fine. The Tancho Sankey looks tons better. It's not perfect yet, but tons better. I do believe that we've got rid of all the parasites in the pond. Not seen anything flash since the last treatment done at all, and I have spent some time out here, and I do quite often spend some time watching them on the camera while I'm at work. But we've been off work a little bit more now. We've been put on the short time. I can spend a bit more time around them, and I've not seen anything that's looking untoward. So everything is good so far. Anyway, right, next job, hypothermia. Freeze my hands off and let's get this little net replaced on the mini pond. I know it's not massive content, guys, in the sense of the big pond or the big koi, but it's something, you know, my grandson enjoys looking at because he could see him through the little window, and they were his little fish. So it's a bit of a sickener to see his fish being predated on again by another predator again, whether it be a cat, whether it be the heron, whichever it might be. But something's definitely had hold of the little one. Something's definitely had hold of the big one, because that's gone and the remaining scales. So something's definitely coming around again, which is not good. Not good at all. There's the Sankey just down there, looking a lot better than what it did. It's still got a little bit of a patch on this left side, but the other side's cleaned up nice. Nearly almost gone. It's like the Benny guy's got a bit of carp pox on its pet. The rest of the guys are out and about down there. A lot of leaves to remove off there as well. But nearly got this finished. Trimmed back some of the plants and stuff. I can't get it completely in and around because I can't get to fasten to anything around the back of there. I've put some little twist wire on this side, a little twist wire on this side, and again a little twist wire and a little twist wire there. And now need to pull it taut and add a couple of little twist wires across here, and then again across the front, and then we've got a good covering with only those two little openings there. That's as best as I can get it, and then I can top it up and switch everything back on. There we go, back on and covering as much as I possibly can. Corners covered, edges covered, nice and taut. It goes in around there. It's giving it very little room to be able to get into to do anything. Not going to be able to get a better cover on it than that. All twist wired on around the front, one here, one there, one around the side, all twist wired in with some galvanised wiring that's used for fire protection curtains, so it lasts forever. It's been on those two pieces. That's one just here and just here. They've been on since I first put the original netting on, so we ain't going to have no trouble with it corroding or anything because they've been on for 4 years plus. That's that bit done. Next thing, just to net off these leaves. I were hoping to get the lawn just trimmed maybe for the last time this year, but I don't think that one's going to be happening. Everything this side is doing hunky-dory. Just going to get these leaves cleaned up. But yeah, temps down 9.2 now, so we're leaving them be. We're not giving them any food. Just get those few leaves off at pond and get myself a coffee and get warmed up a bit. My hands are absolutely numb. That water is cold. Right guys, there's all the leaves off the pond. Just switched the air off so I could have a good look at them all. And everybody looks pretty damn good. One or two of them got a bit of cowpox, but nothing major. So, next thing to do, top up the mini pond, and that's about as much as we're going to be getting done today with these temperatures. Pop out again tomorrow, do a big filter clean on the big pond, and some water parameter checks, and that should just be about it for the weekend. Monday off, so we can come out and hopefully get garden tidied up. So, let's go get some water and get this mini pond topped up. Just hoping that it's not being punctured, because I've never seen the water level that low before, only in the summer months. So I'm just hoping the heron hasn't punctured it. more, and that should be the lot. There we go, that's that top back up. All that's left to do now is to switch it back on. Get everything running again. There we go, that's the air back on. And the fountain should start running again. Give that a quick clean. Made the water go a little bit green, but don't really matter. There's a UV in there, and it's filter running in and out. To clear it out in no time. There we go. That's it, back up and running again. Couple of leaves to remove. Jobs are good. Now just got to wait and check and see if the water level goes back down again. I hope it doesn't. And I'll leave them to it. Winter months, guys. Winter's fast approaching. And everything pond and fish related seems to be coming to an end. So, just another little subject I'd like to touch on. Saturday, the 14th of November, is going to be the 24-hour live, which we're going to be doing for charity in aid of either Alzheimer's or dementia. I can't remember which one it is that my wife did, so I want to make sure that we do for the same one. And then obviously I will be adding to my community a link for in the community tab area on my on my YouTube channel, and also it'll be added and pinned to the Facebook group for anybody that would like to make a donation. We're going to be having hopefully 24 YouTubers, so if there's anybody that's interested and would like to take a slot, what we was thinking about is perhaps maybe doing a £10 or £20 slot, and you can come on and join us for an hour, showcase yourself, showcase your pond, showcase your fish, talk about your own channel, promote yourself a little bit, join us just for the laughs and the giggles. We're going to be having auctions for fish, koi, and hopefully if we can get some items together and get some donations in, auctions for items so that we can raise some money for a well-worthy cause of charity. Lots of people seem to be getting affected by it. It's been in my own family, it's been in friends, affected friends and their families. So I'd like to do a little bit of something. I'm going to have a good old 24-hour live. I will be on continuously for 24 hours, hoping to be joined by as many members of the public and as many YouTubers that wish. If you're interested and you want to be a part of it, drop me a comment below, send me a private personal message, whatever you find easiest. Anybody that's up for it and would like to be involved, hit me up in the comments, let me know. And if you just want to be a part of it and be there for the 24-hour period, we're going to try and keep it as much koi related as we possibly can, and just have a good old laugh and a good old giggle. There'll be some free giveaways and all sorts being thrown in and amongst the mix as well. We haven't yet decided, but it might possibly be done at Perfect Aquatics. And what, for any of those YouTubers that would like to join in, what I will be doing is linking it to your channel too, so that not only does it go live on my channel, it will also be linked live to your channel as well. I'm pretty sure we can get that set up easy. If anybody's not got the live activated and you want to be a part of it, make sure you've got your live activated on your account, because it can take a few days sometimes to be activated. So if you're interested, get it done now, then you can partake and be involved in it. If you're not bothered about it being shared on your channel as well and you just want to be a part of it, hit me up, same thing. But until such time, guys, that's it for this one. So, usual thing, guys, if you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Until next time, guys, keep smiling and we'll catch you on the next one.